Good evening, dear students and the viewers, and welcome to this session of Introduction to Diploma in Meat Technology. This diploma program has been developed by Indira Gandhi National Open University in collaboration with the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, Government of India. This is the first session. This year this program has been launched in January 2008. Why IGNOU has developed this kind of program? Why meat technology is important? We know that every technology means that serves the purpose of improvement of our surroundings through the use of knowledge, tools and systems. Meat technology also serves same purpose through the agency of the meat. We have seen that recently an industry has been evolved in our country keeping meat in its center, that is the meat industry. IGNOU has developed this program keeping in view certain objectives. These objectives are first to educate the people for handling of meat and meat products on scientific lines in order to improve the hygienic quality of that products. Secondly, to develop human resources for the meat industry and the allied sectors. Thirdly, to train the personnel for self-employment. And fourth one is to upgrade the technical proficiency of the workers in the slaughterhouse who have already engaged there and the meat products technicians. Who are the target people for this program? This program aims to train the unemployed youth, as we know that the unemployment is a burning problem in our country. We are trying to train these unemployed youth so that they can start their own enterprise, or otherwise they can be absorbed after the successful completion of this program in the meat industry and the allied sectors. Other target peoples are the personnels working in slaughterhouses, processing plants, small and medium entrepreneurs involved in processing of meat and meat products, poultry and meat processors in unorganized sectors, many NGO functionaries, trainers and farmers. As we know that IGNOU is, that is Indira Gandhi National Open University, is an open university where the students learn and we teach in open and distance learning mode. So the students has to be provided with certain support activities. Those are called as student support activities. IGNOU is providing these activities like the self-learning material, that is the printed study material which is sent to the student at their home by post, which I will discuss later on. Then the audio-visual learning aids, those are the audio cassettes or video films, each of duration 20 to 25 minutes, even more than that. Those can be heard or viewed in the study center or the regional center, or even the students can purchase those CDs or cassettes for use at the home. Then the counseling. For the theory and practical counseling, student has to go to his study center, that is the program study center, which is specifically known as PSC, that is program study center. There the academic counselors will help them to learn the subjects. Then teleconferencing, just like this program, here I am giving lecture to the introduction of the diploma in meat technology. In future also various scientists will come and they will explain the courses. Then radio counseling through phone-in programs in AI radio or GAN Bunny. I have already mentioned about the study materials, that is the self-learning materials or self-instructional material. Those are printed study materials both for the theory and the practical component. For this diploma program, this is the 40 credit hours course. There are 8 individual courses, each worth 4 credits. For these courses, there will be block, and again the block will be subdivided into certain units. In each unit, there will be certain check your progress exercise through which the students can assess their understanding of the subjects. Then I am coming to the program structure. This program consists of 8 courses. Those are, the first one is Fundamentals of Food and Meat Sciences. Second is the Meat, Animals and Abattoir Practices. Third one is about the fresh meat technology. Fourth one is the processed meat technology. Fifth course is about the meat packaging and quality assurance. Sixth one is the poultry products technology. Then comes utilization of animal byproducts. And last one is that the eighth course is about the marketing and entrepreneurship. You may ask a question whether there is any job opportunities for the pursuits of this program. I must say yes, there are job opportunities where the students after completion of this program can be absorbed in the meat industry as a meat processing technician, laboratory assistant, meat byproducts plant technician, poultry processing technician, technician in egg industry, technician in meat and meat products packaging, marketing assistant, distribution assistant, store assistant, etc. Above all, a student can start his own enterprise, that is the self-employment. Then I am coming to the counseling session. I have already mentioned about the counseling which will be organized at the Program Study Center. There will be Program Study Center coordinator who will organize this counseling session. There will be counseling session for both the theory and the practical courses. Approximately there will be 20 theory counseling sessions and 80 practical counseling sessions. The detailed program structure, the program schedule for these sessions will be prepared by the program coordinator at the Program Study Center. Academic counselors will be there to help the students to clarify their doubts and help them to do the practical experiments. For the theory counseling, there will be 20 counseling sessions, each of duration of 2.5 hours. So 5 days theory counsel will be there, and for the practical purpose there will be 80 counseling sessions, each of duration 4 hours. So 40 days will be there for practical counseling. Out of these 40 days, for guided experiments there will be 32 days, and for unguided experiments 8 days counseling will be there. What about the examination and evaluation scheme for this program? For the theory component, the 80% weightage will be given to the term end examination and 20% will be to the continuous assessment, that is the assignment portion. Term end examination generally held in month of the December for the first year. If any students could not pass the first examination, he can appear in the next June or December session up to the 4th year. For the practical examination, there will be 2 parts, guided and unguided. Guided experiments, what is this? The students will be guided by the academic counselors. They will get help from the counselors during the practical sessions, during doing their experiments, and this is 70% of the total practical session. Unguided experiments is 30%, where the students has to do his practical with his own. This teacher, that is the academic counselor, will not help them. 75% attendance is compulsory for scheduled practical counseling. There are many program study centers for this program. At present, 6 program study centers has been activated. First one is the RBS College Agra, then Kerala Agriculture University at Thrissur, GP Pant University of Agriculture and Technology at Pantnagar, Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Department, Government of Mizoram, Aizawl, Central Institute of Research and Goats at Magdum, Mathura, and Raga Kobas, that is the Rajiv Gandhi College of Veterinary and Animal Sciences at Pondicherry. There are many more institutions which are agreed in principles to act as program study center for this diploma program. Those are IVRI, that is the Indian Veterinary Research Institute, Aichatnagar, UP, West Bengal University of Animal and Fishery Sciences, Kolkata, College of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Rajasthan Agriculture University, Bikaner, Indian University of Agriculture and Technology, Faizabad, Department of Post-Harvest Engineering and Technology, Aligarh Muslim University, Orissa University of Agriculture and Technology, Bhubaneswar, Guru Angad Dev Veterinary University, Ludhiana. There are many more institutions which are under processing for the establishment of the program study center. Those are National Research Center on Meat, Hyderabad, College of Veterinary Sciences, US, Hebbal, Bangalore, College of Veterinary Science, Bidar, College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Hyderabad, NTR College of Veterinary Science, Gannavaram, College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Durg, Chhattisgarh, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay University of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Mathura, College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, Ranchi, Bihar Veterinary College, College of Veterinary Science, Assam Agriculture University, Guwahati. So this is all for the program study centers. Now I am coming to detail of this course structure. I have already told that this program consists of 8 courses. First one is about the fundamentals of food and meat science. Why this is important? As we know that if anybody wants to get knowledge of certain specific field, specialized field, then he has to learn about the basics or the fundamentals of that science. So it is important to know the fundamentals of food and meat science. In this course there will be 3 blocks. First one is about the biochemistry, second is about the nutrition, and third is about the microbiology. In biochemistry block we will discuss about the biomolecules like carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, minerals, vitamins, hormones and flavonoids. We will know the structure of these biomolecules like the carbohydrates, proteins, fats, their functions, physiological, psychological functions in our body, their deficiency diseases, syndromes, prevention of those deficiencies, etc. In the second block, that is about the nutrition. This is also important, as we know that when we consume any food, that is not get absorbed into our body or utilized by our body as its form. So it has to get digested and assimilated in the body. In this block, we will study about the food digestion and assimilation and about the food allergy. Why food allergy is important? As we know that certain people are very much sensitive to certain foods, just like milk protein, meat protein, etc. For this unit is important, that is the food allergy. Third block is about the microbiology. Microbiology means the study of the small living creature, that is the virus, bacteria, the yeast, fungi, the parasites. Many of them are beneficial, many of them are detrimental also. So we have to know which one is beneficial, which one is having bad effects to our body. In this block there are 3 units: important microorganisms in food, second unit is about the microbial growth in food and its importance, third one is about meat preservation. So here we will study about different microorganisms, their nature, their classifications, their growth pattern. As we know that meat is a very good media for the microbial growth because it has a high nutrient contents, that high water availability also, and the pH is neutral, which is very much important for the microbial growth. So meat gets spoiled very soon if it is not protected well. And there are many influential factors, those influence the growth of these microbes in the food. These factors are like the pH of the media, the nutrient contents in that food, the temperature of the storage, the relative humidity, the gas present in that storage condition, etc. We will study about this factor in these units. Then the meat preservation. This is very important because we know that meat gets spoiled very rapidly. So we have to preserve the meat properly. We have to handle the meat properly. For the meat preservation, there is various methods to prevent the growth, to kill the growth of the microbes, to kill the microbes, to reduce the number of the microbes. These methods are just like the drying, that may be sun drying, the air drying, the chilling, freezing, that is low temperature treatment. There are also high temperature treatment like the pasteurization, the canning technique, the curing, the sterilization. Then comes fermentation, packaging, etc. There are, as we know that there are 50% theory and 50% practical in each courses. There are certain experiments which will be organized at the program study center. This first course is having 11 experiments. Those are estimation of moisture in the food content, estimation of crude protein, determination of total lipid content of a tissue, determination of ash, sterilization of laboratory glasswares and equipments, collection and transport of food samples for microbiological analysis, preparation of media, inoculation techniques and incubation of culture, enumeration of microbes in food samples, demonstration of microscope, staining techniques, etc. Then comes the second course, that is the meat animals and the abattoir practices. This course is very important. Why? Whenever we think of meat, first animals comes into our mind. Because meat is the flesh of the animals. That is the modified form of the muscle. There are many meat animals in our country. Generally, the pig, sheep, goat, poultry, buffalo and cattle are used for meat purpose. These are known as the conventional meat animals because these are popular throughout the country and these are consumed throughout the country. But there are many more animals which are not conventionally used for the meat purpose. Those are known as non-conventional meat animals, just like the yak and methuen in the northeast region. So in this block, in this course, the first block will be about the meat animals. Second block is about the abattoir. Third block is about handling and selection of quality and meat animals. Fourth one is about the slaughter techniques and meat inspection. First block, that is about the meat animals, is having 3 units: livestock population of India and meat production, species and breed of meat animals, management of meat animals. First, the livestock population of India and meat production, where we will know about the present status of the livestock population in India, the present status of meat production from different species of animals, the export potential and the present demand for meat, etc. In the second unit, we will study about the breeds of the meat animals, which breeds are popularly used for the meat purpose in our country, their home track, their general physical characteristics, their production capacity, etc. In the third unit, that is the management of meat animals, that is the most important unit of this block because we know that meat quality greatly depends upon the managemental factors. A good management system can provide a good quality of meat animals. Management system covers the day-to-day care, the feeding, the rearing, the housing, the health care of the animals, etc. Besides this, there are important aspects of selection of the animals and breeding of the animals. Second block is about the abattoir. Abattoir is a new term to you now, but it is nothing but the slaughterhouse where the animals are slaughtered, and this place is licensed by local authority. So this is a licensed place for slaughter of the animal for hygienic production of the meat and meat products. So first of all, we have to know about the site for an abattoir. If anybody wants to establish an abattoir, he has to decide the site first. For that purpose, he has to take permission from the local authority. Then he has to consider the religious sentiment of the local people, because nobody should establish an abattoir in a Hindu area for slaughter of cattle or in a Muslim area for slaughter of pig. So the religious sentiment of that area should be taken care of. Then the accessibility to that area. That means the availability of the road and rail transport, accessibility to the production of the livestock, production area, market area, and availability of the laborers, availability of the livestock, then environment of that area. The abattoir, that slaughterhouse, should be established in a certain distance from the existing buildings or existing industries to prevent it from the pollution from that industry. Then the soil structure of that area is to be judged, and above all, before starting the enterprise there, one must have to take the permission from the local authority. In the second unit, we will study about the plant layout, design and construction of an abattoir. There are certain divisions in an abattoir, starting from the resting place of the animal, that is the lairage. Lairage is the resting place for the animals before slaughter. As the animals are transported from the farms to the slaughterhouse, their body glycogen reserve get depleted. So in a stress condition, the meat quality will be poor. So the animal is to be rested properly there. For that purpose, there should be layerage. Then the stunning area, bleeding area, slaughtering area. Then the meat room for storage of the meat, for storage of the detained meat, condemned meat, edible and inedible offals, the tripping room, the staff welfare room, the chilling facilities and packaging, the laboratory, quality assurance laboratory should be there. Then comes the utility services and plant management. For abattoir successful enterprise, the utility plant management is a very important part. Here we will study about the requirement of the levels, the manager, production manager, the plant manager will know about the functions of different in charges, the packaging in charge, the supervisor, the store manager, etc. In the third block, we will study about handling and selection of quality meat animals. Why this is important? We know that the meat quality greatly depends on the genetic makeup of that animal also. So the selection is very important. Then from selected farm, the animals are selected and they are transported to the abattoir, that is a slaughterhouse. They can be transported on rail, on road, on hoof. During transportation, certain care should be taken. One has to consider the time of journey, the duration of the journey, the health condition of the animals and the environment, surrounding environments, the watering and feeding during the journey, etc. And the condition of the vehicle, transport vehicle should be judged. Then comes the ante-mortem examination and disposal of animals suffering from notifiable disease. What is ante-mortem examination? Ante-mortem examination is the examination or inspection of the animals before they are slaughtered. The animals are examined for whether there is any disease condition, whether the animals are fit for the slaughter or not. After this is done by expert veterinarian, after examination, ante-mortem examination, the decisions can be taken as the animals can be passed for the slaughter, that is fit for slaughter, that animals can be detained for slaughter, animals can be treated as suspect, whether this should be for emergency slaughter or casualty slaughter, or detained for some disease condition, animals should be treated first and then slaughtered, like this. In the fourth block, that is about the slaughter techniques and meat inspection. Now generally there are two main methods of slaughter practices. Those are human slaughter and ritual slaughter. Ritual slaughter, where we slaughter the animal as per the religious rites of the community. Muslim follows halal slaughter, Sikh follows jhatka slaughter, Jews follows Jewish slaughter. And the human slaughter is the most desirable one because here the animals are stunned, that is they are made unconscious before killing. So this is the human method of slaughter. So stunning is the essential component in human method of slaughter. Then comes dressing techniques and carcass yield. Dressing techniques varies from animal to species to species. In case of cattle buffalo, dehiding is first, stunning is done, then the slaughter and bleeding, then dehiding, that is the removal of the hide or skin of the animal, then evisceration, that means removal of the visceral organs, hygienic evisceration of the animals, then the disposal of the offals, edible and inedible offals, then post-mortem examination, washing, chilling, packaging and cutting into wholesale cuts. In case of sheep and goat dressing, it slightly varies because these are small animals. The removal of the skin is known as deskinning. But more or less the process is same. First the stunning, then slaughter, bleeding, then deskinning, then evisceration, that is the removal of the visceral organs, then washing, chilling, packing, etc. In case of pig, skin is not removed. There, only the hairs are removed. That is known as scalding. Postmortem examination, that is examination or inspection of the animals after death. They are examined whether the meat which is obtained from that slaughtered animal is fit for consumption or not. So the decisions are taken as the meat is fit for consumption, the carcasses are partially condemned for diseased condition in localized area, or the total condemned in certain cases, just like the rabies, anthrax, etc. There are few experiments in this course also. These are the visit to abattoir, then drawing up layout plan of abattoir for buffalo, sheep and goat and pig, antemortem examination and judgment, slaughter and dressing of sheep and goat, slaughter and dressing of pig, slaughter and dressing of buffalo, then postmortem examination and judgment. The third course is about the fresh meat technology. What is known as fresh meat? Fresh meat is that product which is available from the animal after the slaughter, which has undergone only the biochemical and physical changes after slaughter, but has not further processed. Those are known as fresh meat. In this course, there are 3 blocks. First one is about the structure of the muscle and composition of the meat. Second one is about the quality of the fresh meat. Third one is about the storage of the fresh meat. In the first block, there are 3 units: structure of muscle and associated tissues, conversion of muscle to meat, composition of meat. Why should we study about the structure of the muscle? As we know that meat is the modified form of the muscle, but muscle is not synonymous to the meat. Muscle is to have to travel a long series of reactions. Those are biochemical and physical reactions which converts the muscles into the meat. So we have to know the structure of muscle first, then we can understand the composition of the meat. There are also some associated tissues like epithelial tissue, nervous tissues, connective tissues along with this muscle. Here we will also study about different kinds of muscle, that is the skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle, smooth muscles, etc. Then we will study about the conversion process of this muscle to meat. If anybody tells that immediately after killing of the animal, that is slaughter of the animal, dressing of the animal, he took the flesh of that animal and says that he is consuming meat, it is not true, because muscle is not meat. Muscle is converted into meat through a series of reactions. So it has to given certain times for conversion of this muscle to meat. Then comes composition of meat. Meat composition is more or less same of composition of the muscle, consists of water, protein, fat, minerals, vitamins, enzymes. Second block is about the quality of fresh meat. There are certain qualities, certain parameters depending upon which the consumers, that is the ultimate users of the meat and meat products, to appreciate the products. These qualities, these quality parameters are known as eating qualities, just like the color of the product, the color of the meat, the appearance, the texture, the tenderness, the flavor of the product, chewiness, juiciness, etc. There are certain other parameters also depending upon which the processor choose the processing techniques. These parameters are the pH of the meat, the water holding capacity of the meat, wholesomeness of the meat, etc. In this block, we will study about the characteristics of meat like the pH, tenderness, color, water holding capacity, texture. In the third unit, we will study about meat cutting and meat grading. In this unit, we will study how to cut the whole carcass into different wholesale cuts or retail cuts. There are certain specifications. In our country, there are BIS specification, Bureau of Indian Standards, for cutting of the meat animals into different wholesale and retail cuts. There are BIS standards for beef, for carabib, that is the meat from the buffalo, for mutton, that is meat from sheep, the shaven, that is meat from goat, and the poultry meat, that is the chicken. There are certain specifications for cutting these carcass into different wholesale and retail cuts. Then comes grading. Grading is very important because ultimate users of the meat and meat products, that is the consumer, they will appreciate the meat or meat products depending upon their grades. They always search for the high grade, high quality meat and meat products. So meat and the carcass can be graded according to their yield, that is the yield grading, or according to their quality, that is quality grading. For quality grading, certain characteristics are considered, just like the conformation of the carcass or the meat, the marbling, the maturity, the finish, the fat covering of the carcass, etc. For yield grading, the size and shape of the animals, the length of the carcass, and the weight of the meat is considered. Next comes the tenderization of meat. It is also very important because generally meat are tough, that is to be tenderized, that is making it tender. There are several processes for the tenderization. One natural process is known as conditioning or aging, that is keeping the meat after its dressing and packaging into chiller for few days so that the meat can become more tender. That is the conditioning or aging of the meat. That is also one method of tenderization. There are many artificial methods for tenderization also. Those are like the treatments of the meat with enzymes like ficin from figs, bromelain from apple, papain from papaya, etc. And marination, grinding, heat treatment, that is cooking. Cooking is also done for the tenderization purpose, and application of the pressure to the carcass, then hanging of the carcass. Those are the methods for tenderization of the meat. Third block is about the storage of fresh meat. As we know that meat is a very perishable product, so it has to be stored properly and handled properly during production, during transportation, during preparation of the meat products. So it has to be transported in a chilled condition. Cold chain facility should be there. If the meat produced in the day is not consumed on the same day, it has to be stored properly in the chilled or frozen condition. For chilling and freezing, those two are very common method for storage of the meat for long time. For short time storage, chilling is done. For long time storage, freezing is done. In this unit, we will study about different chilling methods like quick chilling, slow chilling, etc. The shelf life of the meat and meat products, different kinds of meat from the different species of the meat animals, the shelf life of those products in the chiller storage, the effect of the chilling storage on the meat quality, etc. For the frozen storage also, we will study about different kind of freezer, the blast freezer, the plate freezer, the immersion freezing, cryogenic freezing, etc. and the shelf life of the meat and meat products in the freezer storage, and the effect of this freezer storage on the quality of the meat and meat products. There are certain experiments and demonstration in this course for the fresh meat technology. Those are carcass and meat grading and cutting, firstly for the sheep and goat, then the carcass meat grading and cutting for pig, carcass meat grading and cutting for buffalo, determination of pH of meat, determination of water holding capacity of meat. Fourth course is about the processed meat technology. This is very important because what we see nowadays, we see that there is a great demand for the convenient food, convenient meat product because of our changing lifestyle, rapid urbanization and increasing number of the working women. We are looking for the processed meat product, convenient meat product. Firstly, the meat were processed with the purpose of extending the shelf life, adding taste or flavor to the meat. Then the idea has been shifted second phase to the utilization of the less valued meat cuts for the preparation of the valued meat products. Then recently the meat processing is done, meat is processed with the objective to produce a convenient food, convenient meat products. In this course, there are two blocks. One is principle of meat processing, where the detail of these processing principles are dealt. There are various kinds of meat processing principles like the curing, the fermentation, the canning, the temperature, high temperature treatment, then restructuring, then grinding, comminution, extending, smoking, fermentation, etc. We know that processing helps in increased marketability of that product. It presents the product in more attractive way to the consumers. It also helps in extending the shelf life of the product. It also helps in utilization of less valued meat cuts. So these all are described in this block 1, that is the principle of meat processing. In block 1 there are 4 units. First unit is about the introduction of general principles of meat processing. Second is curing and smoking. Third is meat additives, preservatives, emulsifiers, binders, extenders and colors. Then economic formulations. Second unit is about the curing and smoking. Curing is nothing but addition of salt to the product, primarily salt, and again other curing ingredients are also added for curing purpose. Those are the sodium nitrate, sodium nitrite, monosodium glutamate, phosphates, etc. These are used to extend the shelf life of the product and also to add flavor and color to that product. Smoking is also done to extend the shelf life of that product and also to add flavor to that product. There are various meat additives. Meat additives are those food particles, those are not naturally present in the food but added to the food during the processing stage, any of the step of the processing. These may be the extender, the binders, the emulsifiers, the coloring agent, the flavoring agent, the acids, enzymes, etc. Extend the bulk of the product, just like the flour, the wheat flour, the starches, the carbohydrates, etc. The binders are also used, coloring agents, natural food colors are used, flavoring agents just like the Ajinomoto, that is the monosodium glutamate, that is also used for the processing of the meat. Then economic formulation is very important, as we know that meat is a very costly product, and there are many meat byproducts, in edible byproducts, edible offals, which can be used for the production of the meat purpose, and there are many additives, extender, binders, etc. Those can be used for the production of the meat products. So one has to decide which binders or extender can be used in what proportion. That is the economic formulation, that is the idea for the economic formulation. As we know that any one additive cannot give all the properties, so we can use the combination of these additives for the economic formulation of the meat products. Second block is about the different kinds of meat products. Those are indigenous exotic meat products, those are chunked meat products like the korma, kofta, etc. Enveloped meat products like meat rolls, kebabs, etc. Comminuted meat products, ham, bacon, canned meats, etc. There are various experiments about the product formulation. The students will learn how to prepare the meat emulsion, how to prepare sausages, meatballs, patties, meat nuggets, meat pickle, meat kebab, meat roll, smoked ham and bacon, etc. In the 5th course, the students will study about the meat packaging and quality assurance. This is very important. Here there are 3 blocks. One is block 1 is about packaging, then sensory evaluation, then quality assurance. In packaging block, they will study about the packaging and its packaging materials, retail packaging, vacuum packaging, modified atmosphere packaging. The second block, that is the sensory evaluation, they will study about different testing conditions, sensory panels, sensory parameters, selection training of the panelist. Third block is about the quality assurance. This is very, very important, as we know that hygienic quality should be maintained throughout the food chain, from starting from the production of the food up to the consumption. So there are certain topics like that, general instruction in relation to hygiene, food safety, quality assurance, plant sanitation, meat regulations, carcass and product sanitation. There are certain experiments. Those are the packaging materials, sealing machines, vacuum modified atmosphere packaging, labeling specifications, sensory evaluation laboratory, assessment, selection of sensory panelists, use of hedonic scale, consumer evaluation, quality assurance by assessment of plant sanitation, etc. Sixth course is about the poultry products technology. There are main two poultry products, those are egg and egg products. The first block is about egg and egg products, where we will study about the structure of the egg and the physical characteristics of the egg, different preservation methods for the egg, shell eggs and the powder egg also. Various, we'll study also about the various egg products. And in the second block, we'll study about the fresh poultry meat technology, where we'll learn how to process poultry. Chicken, live bird is processed into chicken, dressed chicken. There are various steps like stunning, bleeding, killing, washing, scalding, defeathering, and packaging, etc., which will be dealt in detail in this block, fresh poultry meat technology. There we'll study about the poultry processing plant also and the automatic poultry dressing line. In the third block of this course, we'll deal about the poultry meat products, different poultry meat products. Those may be of traditional or the exotic, like the chicken tandoori, chicken patties, chicken sausage, chicken kebab, etc. Then comes the experiments. There will be experiments about the handling and grading of eggs, preservation of shell eggs, egg pickle, preparation of chicken tandoori, chicken sausage, chicken patties. The seventh course is about the utilization of animal byproducts. This course is again divided into three blocks. First block is about the introduction of animal byproducts. Second block is about byproducts processing plant. Third is the waste disposal. As we know that meat is the main product from the animal, and there are many more byproducts which can be used properly for proper remuneration to the producers and the processor. Those byproducts are skin or leather, animal fat, horns, soups, bloods, bones, etc. Third block is about the waste disposal. The effluent treatment plant should be there in the byproducts processing plant for the proper disposal of the liquid and solid wastes. Eighth course, that is the last course, is about the utilization. Last course is about the marketing and entrepreneurship. There are two blocks. First one is about marketing, and second is about the entrepreneurship. Here the students will learn how to study the livestock market, whether it is a weekly market, monthly market, whether it is a national level or international level. And they will also learn what are the different resources, livestock resources, and the marketing system, just like in rural area or urban areas, what are the direct or indirect marketing channel or integrated marketing channel, the economics of the production, the policy and programs related with the marketing of the animals, the schemes which are there under the Ministry of Food Processing Industries or APIDA like authorities. Then comes the entrepreneurship. Here there are 4 units. First one is about the development of entrepreneurs skills, setting up of an enterprise, then resource materials and finance, then preparation of business plan and project. There are certain experiments about the visit to livestock market, derivation of cost and supply functions, estimation of capital requirements, preparation of loan amortization plans, etc. So these are all about the diploma in meat technology. For any further information, you may contact Director, School of Agriculture, IGNOU, Maidan Gari, New Delhi 68, or the Program Coordinator, Diploma in Meat Technology, School of Agriculture, IGNOU. Or you can also log on to the website, IGNOU website, that is www.ignou.ac.in. For your information, this session, this program is launched in English only. From the next session, we will try to develop it in Hindi language also. And the program fees for this program is rupees 8,800 only. Thank you.